Hi, my name is Dylan Rush. I'm a student physical therapist assistant, and this is my patient for today, Tyler Rush. He's my brother. And what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be measuring edema due to inflammation of the lower extremities. So what this means is that he would have some cardiovascular issue or some fluid buildup in his lower extremities. And we're going to do a figure 8 measurement, which means I'm going to wrap the tape from his navicular of his foot down here to the lateral malleolus on his the lateral surface of his leg, from the medial malleolus to the base of the 5th metatarsal on his pinky toe. So what that looks like is I'm going to go here from lateral malleolus, navicular, base of the 5th metatarsal, and around. So on this leg, he got 52. And we're measuring bilaterally, and that's because just to compare measurements to see which leg would have more edema. So again, it would be from lateral malleolus to navicular, base of the 5th metatarsal, and medial malleolus. And he got 53 on that one. So he's got a little inflammation, but within 1 centimeter is normal. So next, what we're going to do is we're going to measure some goniometry for his ankle, and that's just to make sure he still has a range of motion. Maybe if he does ankle pumps or something, it would, help with moving his ankle and whatnot. So what I'm going to do here, I'll do it on this foot. So what I'm going to do is the proximal arm, the one that does not move, is lined up with the fibular side of his leg, even with the fibular head here, and the fulcrum is here on his lateral malleolus, and the distal arm right here, when I ask him to flex his foot up, you go ahead and point your toes up, the distal arm is going to be parallel with the line of his 5th metatarsal, so that is right here. Normal is 0 to 20, and he has 25, so that's good. And then another goniometry thing we're going to do is for plantar flexion. You can go ahead and relax. And the landmarks are still the same. So it's the proximal arms lined up with the fibular head. The fulcrum is on the lateral malleolus. And what I'm going to have him do is I'm going to have him point his toes down. You can go ahead and do that. And the distal arm is again lined up with the 5th line of the 5th metatarsal right there. So what he got there was, you're going to be reading the black numbers, and he got 158. So that's good, that's normal. And the next thing we would do was we would do some manual muscle testing to really gauge how strong his muscles in his ankles would be. So what I'm going to have him do is I'm going to have him dorsiflex his foot or point his toes up, like that. And what I'm feeling for is the tibialis anterior on the anterior surface of his leg. So put your toes down. Go ahead and flex it back up. I'm feeling here, I feel a contraction. And he has full range of motion right now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stabilize the back of the leg. I'm going to push down on his toes, and don't let me push down. Hold, 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 relax. So he had no movement when I was pushing down. He had full range of motion. And that would be a 5 out of 5. Okay, so for plantar flexion, which means he's going to point his toes down, I'm going to be palpating the back of his leg for the gastrocnemius and the soleus. So you can go ahead and point your toes down. And I feel a contraction there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stabilize the front of his leg. I'm going to push up on his toes here. And don't let me push up on your toes. Hold, 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 relax. And that's pretty much the gist of measuring for edema and goniometry of the ankle. And that's it. We'll see you next time.